DIY. DIYers, after probably one of the most embarrassing Grammy Awards for someone's reputation, Drake is finally on tour in Australia for his Anita Wynn tour. But in true Drake fashion, on his redemption tour, it's getting off to a rocky start. And I know there's going to be Drizzler fans out there who will be very, very angry with the video like this today, but I'm just here to help. Okay, I'm just gonna help today, all right? Because this is terrible. At this point, he gotta hire somebody better to do these rollouts, and it's like he wants to be on a revenge tour, but he's also doing a redemption tour, and nobody knows what's going on. I'm gonna break all this stuff down. So let's start here. On his first stop at his Perth show, of course, in Australia, he made a decision after the Grammys to show up to the show with not only a sweatshirt with bullet holes in it, but also somehow, somebody said maybe dry ice. He has smoke coming out of his bag. Very theater kiddish. Let's look at this. Hey guys. Holding stuffed incense in his ass. What are we doing?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Who planned this? I feel like he planned it, and this is what happens when you got yes men and women around you that say anything you want. Yeah, I think that's a great plan. Somebody should have said, don't do that. Go be a professional. Go rock your show. You got a bunch of fans in there that are trying to forget this horrible 2024 and this week of Black History Month that's not even over yet. Man, just be a professional. Come on, man. There ain't no need to stuff some dry ice in your back, and I don't know how the hell he did that, but he thought that was a good plan. Because, probably he feels like the industry has been stacked up against him and he's been taking shots. Here's another angle in case you don't understand how wild this looks. Yeah, they tried to hold me down. I'm still standing, guys. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Who is consulting this? There ain't no way this is real life. Well, he started to do his show, and of course, he's one of the highest streaming, if not the highest streaming pop artists in the world. He has fans there that are excited to see him. But instead of focusing solely on the music, he has to make sure that he makes a statement because he knows eyes like ours, who are not the most positive eyes at times, are watching. In his furry boots, in his white furry boots, he delivers this heartwarming message.
I hope you enjoyed the show that we put together for you. I love you dearly. In case you didn't know what you were coming to tonight, my name is Drake. I started doing YouTube in 2008. I come all the way from Toronto, Canada. The year is now.
This nigga look like the character off the Matterhorn. You ever been to Disneyland? Went to the Matterhorn, and the monster was like, ah. That's Matterhorn material.
2025, and no matter what, Drizzy Drake is very much alive. And that's
I'm still alive. He said if you couldn't catch it over all the reverb, he's basically saying that, as a kid, I started off here and, started from the bottom, well, whatever the bottom he considers. And then now he's still alive. I thought he won. According to OVO, I thought he won. It was him against, he's raging against the machine. I thought he won. Why y'all got so many mixed messages? Why you got so many necklaces? In his Matterhorn material, his abominable snowman boots. I just can't believe this is real life. Like this is too good of content. He got to know what he's doing, or maybe he doesn't, and people around him are not letting him know. Well, let's skip here. He says I'm still alive, and shout out to Elliot Wilson posting all this stuff. Elliot Wilson, I got a chance to finally meet him at an event. I know why Drake mad at you. Man, look at you. You just posting. He put staying alive. Here's another interesting moment that happened because he can't just focus on his show. He can't focus on his redemption tour because he's trying to do a redemption tour at the same time as a revenge tour. when he was performing the song Nonstop, where he says, how I go from 6 to 23 like I'm LeBron, he had to, for whatever reason. I mean, you know, the Fighting Irish freestyle kind of gave us a preview of this. LeBron dancing at the Not Like Us pop-out show. He felt the need to say, how I go from 6 to 23, but not LeBron. That is so catty. Just do the lyrics, man. Look what you gotta.
That's because I'm gone. I go from 6 to 23, but not LeBron, man.
Nigga, like, what are we doing, bro? Like, where your homies at? Where are your homies at? Where are your folks at? Is it because you suing the label? Like, where the label at? Were you suing the label? They ain't helping. Somebody got to tell you, come on, man. Like, lock in. You got to lock in right now. You got to lock in. It's a pigskin. It's a pigskin documentary happening on Sunday. You know what that means? That's code word for some people in here. You need to lock in. All right. This is not the time to be talking about what happened last year's finals, right? The last year championship. You need to lock in. Doing all this extra stuff is just going to cause more issues than it is solutions. Well, you thought you were done there? Nope, we're not done there. In case you needed to get another angle of the furry boots, here we go. It's like he knows about things in the culture. Like, you know, of course, Scarface is very much a part of the fabric of like 90s hip hop and whatnot. The movie Scarface, where Al Pacino. But the Scarface with the furry boots is killing me right now, my boy.
I want to know what y'all know.
While singing Girls Want Girls. Oh, boy. Hey, you know what? Do you? Scarface on the back of that. What the hell are we doing here? Get me off of the stage. Oh, man. For those of you that are out there that are still strong OVO fans, but for some reason you want to come talk to me about culture, I don't get it. I don't get it. Some of y'all still, during a live stream, y'all were convinced before the Grammys that somehow, some way, the line where Drake says, Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody had him a Grammy right now, y'all were convinced that has aged like fine wine. Here's what I have to say about that. The person that came in here earlier, there's no way you think that Kendrick just up in his mouth, somebody just had him a Grammy right now. There's no way you looked at that and said that line has aged like fine wine. Well, I don't think you've ever had fine wine. I think you think Carla Rossi is fine wine. Yeah, I said it. I think you think Paul Masson is fine wine. Yeah, that's what I think. They got a LA water and was like, yes, exquisite. Head ass. No, had a damn 211. Fine wine. I don't think you understand what age like fine wine actually means. Welch's. This man gonna say that Drake line's, it's aging like fine wine. Am I right? Do you not read the room? Why would you walk into a room full of people who are celebrating and say to yourself, yeah, they'll understand what I mean by this Drake line. Said it aged like fine wine. You ain't never had wine in your life. But I can tell you what has aged like fine wine. Shout out to South Central Bo 2, South Central Boy 94. He posted this, a little throwback, to Kendrick and TDE at the Cypher, the BET Cypher. Listen to these lyrics, and this is not helping the case of Kendrick not being prophetic. Listen to this.
Yeah, and nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes.
Oh.
Ha, joke's on you, high five. I'm bulletproof, your shoes will never penetrate. Pin a tail on a donkey, boy, you benefit.
Nothing's been the same since we tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. I mean, I ain't got no pajama clothes with them holes in it, but I know when you get rich, for some reason, I think it's because of Kanye, for some reason, niggas just start putting holes in their clothes. I get it. Okay. And then he said, I'm bulletproof. That's what you call aging like fine wine. Okay? That right there, that you can't get that at your supermarket. That's fine wine. You got to go to Bevmo. You got to go up to to the top shelf. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Hold on. Let's keep it cooking. So, after that show, which obviously I believe was a sellout show. So shout out to him, man. Round of applause. Somehow I can't say nice things about Drake. Round of applause. Stop it right there. He decides that he wants to go to Instagram and, he got to put one of these little catty ass posts up. He says they thought Einstein was lying and Shakespeare was barely rhyming and Edison wasn't lit despite what he was designing. How can I give a F about what they say about my stars aligning? It's pretty poetic, man. Shout out to him in the poetry. But we live in an internet where everybody got the same internet. And Smarter Than You says, well, minus Edison, as far as I know, everyone else he named had slaves working for them tirelessly, might I add.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
Who is your cultural advisor, Aubrey Labry? Hold on, I'm gonna for precaution.
FBI, open up!
Who is your cultural advisor? He goes on to say the owners took the credit for all of their slaves' work. Colonizers? And paid them pennies. So his lack of culture once again shot himself in the head. He just proved he's from the ilk of stealing from creatives because he's the bigger name. When you beat someone with the bigger name, you absorb all their rep up until that point. Like how Kendrick took all of his juice. Ayo, but he makes a great point.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh boy. You know what the funny thing is? I had to think about Edison. I was like, wait a minute. Edison, I remember how my grandma made me do a book report on my summer vacation. Lewis Latimer. Yeah, he created the carbon filter. It's Black History Month, by the way. Come on. It's Black History. What? Huh? It's Black History Month, I said, Mr. Gregory. Lewis Latimer he invented a method producing a more durable carbon filament, making incandescent lighting practical and affordable for consumers. If it wasn't for Mr. Latimer, we wouldn't have light bulbs. But Drake associates with Edison more than he does Lewis Latimer. See, that was your opportunity to really stick it to the, I guess it wouldn't be the man because you the man. Like, stick it to the culture. Yeah. I think that's what he meant. Oh, boy. And just when you thought Drake was the only one receiving it, like, I'm going to say some of his final thoughts after this one, because y'all going to really be like, man, it must be really hard to be him right now. That's real sad, man. Oh, boy. The kids ain't got no damn sense. Here is Drake's pops, Dennis, leaving the Grammy Awards, okay? He minded his black-ass business. I'm pretty sure he just went there to kind of peep out the scene, let us, report back to his son what's going on, because his son's in Australia. This is him at the awards. Man, these kids ain't got no heart. Kids, so just to give you an idea, the kid walks up to Dennis and he's like, oh, you Drake dad. Hey, can I get a high five? Listen to what he does after he gets the high five. The child high fives him and proceeds to do a dance like, they not like us. He says the words while dancing. They not like us. They not like us. Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. The kids just ain't alright. Shout out to my guy. Rest in peace to Ash Riser. It's another prophetic line. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, I know there's a lot of people right now that are like, this is overkill. I mean, come on, man. He's only human, man. This is not fair the way that everybody's treating. Everybody's just dogpiling them because it gets them views. Yeah, that's part of the reason. But secondly, he brought this upon himself. You can't be the aggressor. Drop. Use me as a he ain't dropping nothing button. That ring a bell? Do we forget about that? What about nah? Matter of fact, I got a theory now. I think the new Bloody Mary, or Candyman. I think the new one of that, the new version of that, if you go look in the mirror, is nah. Drop. That's the new boogeyman. That's how you summon the boogeyman in the mirror now. Go in the mirror and say that. I dare you. I'm not saying it. The hell, I need somebody to get 5 Grammy Awards for. Imagine being in school and getting the most awards ever for your project that a student has ever got for the disrespect you had for me. And then imagine that same week they let you perform at the high school football game. AKA the biggest event at the school. Oh, imagine. Oh, CIF finals. Imagine. Boy, oh boy, but this is on a much larger stage. People don't feel bad for him, at least on this side, because he brought it upon himself. His arrogance got the worst of him. And it's not just because of that, because we've all made mistakes. We've all, as human beings, made the mistake of biting off more than we can chew. The bigger issue is this Anita Max win should be Anita accountability tour, right? I need an accountability. I need a responsibility to take, because if he just sat for a second and really thought about all the missteps, if he sat for a second and just said, you know what, I looked at Kendrick as the little homie because I took him on tour. I look at him as somebody that can't even really see me on this level because I got pop culture in a headlock. I'm me. Nobody can take me down. Instead of trying to blame the label for the culture and everything else switching upon him, instead of blaming the label for bot services and all these things he thinks is happening, I think he's just underestimating very terribly the power of culture and how culture can reach even through the corporate doors and how it can reach to your pop audience. I think he's severely underestimated the power of culture. Let's just hope that after this tour, he gets a better idea. It's either he's going to get a better idea or he's going to hate the culture even more. The jury is still out, DIYers, but those are my thoughts. You let me know what you think. Drop. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.